Hello and welcome to week 7 in a 12-week half marathon running series. So if you've been watching the runs so far in this half marathon training series, you will know the last 2 or 3 weeks haven't quite gone according to plan. So what I want to do basically is just do a few miles. So these are the woods where, well, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I fell over and hurt my arm, and it's still got a bit of dressing over it. It's still healing, but the good news is it's really coming along well, and I think a dressing, maybe another few more days, maybe I'll be able to keep it off then, so that's really good. Other thing I talked about last week was one of my dogs is seriously ill, and that's very stressful, as you can imagine if you've been through something similar. And wife and I both aren't sleeping very well, we're definitely not eating properly, and that is not conducive to good running training, let's be honest. So that's why really my goal is just to, you know, do a few miles here and there and kind of try and build up. And the program itself, well, I'll revisit that maybe later in a couple of weeks or so. Morning. And yeah, see how it goes. But if you're interested in following the program, there's a link to it in the video description below. For this challenge, I'm raising money for Hearing Dogs for Deaf People, an amazing charity that trains assistance dogs for hard of hearing and deaf members of the community so they can lead a normal life. The dogs can alert their owners to sounds around the house and out and about, as well as being an all-important companion and enabling them to leave loneliness behind. Anything you can give will be gratefully received by the charity. Thank you so much for all your support. And thank you so much to everybody who has donated. I tried to see if I could send some personal thank yous, but I can't work out how to do it on either Strava or YouTube even, unless you leave a comment and then I can reply to it, or even on Just Giving. I can't see how to do it. So all your donations are so gratefully received and really, really appreciated. Thank you so much. So I'm recording this on a Friday, and if I was following that schedule, the running schedule, link in the video description below if you still want to follow it, and I might go back to it at some point, I don't know. But if I was following that, today would be an interval run. But as I said, I just want to get the miles under my belt and just start to build up a little bit of distance. And so today, maybe try and do about 8k, maybe 4-ish miles, something like that. That's okay, 4k is not 8 miles, but you know what I mean. Well, the other way around. I don't know what I'm talking about, and that's half the problem. My brain is a bit all over the place with recent happenings. So although I should be mixing the running up, I should be doing slow and fast running, all those kinds of things, because it's really good for you. Just where I am at the moment, I just want to get some miles under my feet. So I want to enjoy it, I want to be happy, so that's what I'm doing. There we are, 5 miles done on this particular run. I'll stick the times up. I haven't done that for a while, so let's put the times up on the screen. Slow, yes, but as I've decided from a long time ago, even before the fall in the woods and all the rest of it, my objective on this challenge is to get to the end of it, however long that takes. Right, it's a couple of days later, and I'm out for a weekend run, and this is a bit unusual because I'm out for an evening run, and this is why I'm recording this. In fact, right at the start of my run, I normally try and get that sort of toxic 10, or for me toxic 20, out of the way before I try and record anything to camera, because I do get a bit out of breath during that time if I try and film. And but the problem is, going out this time of day, it's going to start getting dark very soon. The nights are starting to draw in, it's autumn officially, oh my goodness, super Christmas. So I wanted to record right at the start. So yeah, this week, well, okay, I might not have done the schedule, but you know, I've been out, I've got some miles in. I'm pleased that I'm kind of a bit more back on track now. I still would feel a bit happier if I'd gone a bit closer to more than 10k really. I still haven't really been much over that very much on this training session so far, this training program. So I'm going to kind of try and do something about that in the next couple of weeks. Next week's going to be a bit of a problem because for two reasons really. First of all, if you've been watching my Project Green series, this coming week I'm having a heat pump fitted and it's going to take all week, and I probably need to be there when the engineers are installing it in case, you know, queries are bound to come up. And secondly, and probably more importantly, there's a lot of rain forecasts. We've barely had a drop for about 2-3 months here. We've had a bit more lately, but not very much. Certainly not consistent rain. And yet this week has rain forecast every day, pretty much all day. Thunder and all sorts. Now, where I am, normally if they forecast that, it very rarely happens. So fingers crossed, I will get out. And to find out if I do, be sure to watch my video next week. So if you enjoy this one, make sure you hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here, and I'll see you for another update next week.
Beaten road, but you kept on traveling to the so-called